So, you wanna cosplay Beidou? Hello, welcome to So You Wanna Cosplay, where I analyze characters and give you tips on how to make them. Today, we'll tackle on Beidou from the very popular Genshin Impact. Without further ado, let's begin. First, you'll need a lot of reference pictures. Here, in Genshin Impact, we're really lucky because we can just turn around and see everything we need. I'm gonna do a top-to-bottom scan and then come back on some details. For the head, she has long brown hair. I would probably go for a long wig and style it. In the front, she just has bangs, but it's in the back that it gets interesting. She has a hair brooch tied with a hairband and a piece of hair going up. The brooch needs to be sturdy, so I would choose PVC sheets or thermoplastic to make it. For the piece of hair going out, 2mm foam covered in hair would be great, cause foam is super light, but it still keeps its shape. Finishing touch on the brooch, a golden diamond-shaped pearl and a blue gradient pom-pom. For the eye patch, not having vision in cosplay can be really challenging. That's why I would choose a see-through fabric, but at the same time people must not see my eye through it. Imagine yourself in the fabric store, putting your eyes behind every red fabric you come across. That wouldn't be the weirdest thing I did for cosplay. Then the earring. The shape can be made in many ways. Foam is a good and easy choice. You could also sculpt it, create a mold, and cast it in resin or even 3D print it. It's up to you to decide what you prefer working with. And all of those techniques can be used for all the little ornaments in this costume. Add the gradient pom-pom to the golden shape and attach it on an earring structure and you're done. Next step is the body she wears under her red dress. For the black part, I would choose an elastic PU leather. It would be skin tight and still allow movement. You can see there is a grey motif cut out. For those, it would be great to find a skin color spandex and cover it with a black mesh. That would give the illusion it's transparent in those areas. She has a silver buckle ornament in the front you can glue on the body. The dress is a huge part of the costume, cause it's really detailed. The collar has a finish with a black and white border. You can find ribbon the right width and sew them or make them with fabric. There also are multiple ornaments, a silver buckle and 2 golden triangle pieces. The front part of the dress has a black and golden motif. You can either paint it or create a fabric applique. I would probably go for the applique because it can give a lot of dimension to the final product. For the gold part, I found a great golden spandex. It's super shiny and easy to work with. The loops can be made with a braided cord. A flat one would be easier to sew on. The back is made of 2 symmetrical panels. You can see a little diamond-shaped cutout just behind her hair. The golden ornaments can be made with foam and the loop would be the same cord used in the front. The cloud design can be, as the front part, painted or made with fabric. I like the idea of having a different fabric for the black part, maybe a shiny satin opposed to a matte linen for the red. The golden design can be cut and glued on. Fabric glue is good, but you can also use double-sided interfacing. You can see the lining of the dress also has the cloud design, but it's kind of purple. I would choose a purple lining fabric and create a gradient to give it more contrast, then paint the golden clouds. You can make a template of the design to be perfectly symmetrical. To complete the dress, ornaments with a golden pom-pom are attached to the outer corner of the back panels. Under the chest is a brown belt. A fake leather would do nicely with top stitching on both borders. The golden buckle in the front can be made the way you prefer. Golden belt loop are present all around the bust. For structure, it can be sewn on the dress, making sure the belt can pass through it. On the back, a piece of belt goes all the way to the right hip and is finished with a silver ornament. For that piece to stay in place, you can add a snap button on the dress and clip it in place. On the left belt loop lays the Electro Eye of God. It's attached with a golden braided cord. The eye itself would be nice in resin with LEDs in it. Having a touch of light in a cosplay is always nice, and the structure around the gemstones is angular and sturdy. That's why I think PVC sheets could work great. Onto the cape. First thing I want to figure out is how to attach it. I think putting a buckle and elastic to the dress would solve the problem. And if it keeps falling, I would sew some snap buttons on the collar of the dress to make it stay in place. The furry collar is not just fur placed there, it swirls a lot. I think making the round shape with fake fur and putting them together would go well. And to finish it, style it with hairspray. Create the black and gold design the way you prefer. And don't forget all the golden cords and pompons. There are also some hiding under her hair. Finally, that part would look great if it was fabric folded over. Beidou has some gloves like gauntlets. You can see the base is two different shades of light brown and the rest seems to be the same black fabric as the bodysuit. The base would be a black fingerless glove with a brown upper part. I would then add layers of black, maybe with 2mm foam for the top part to keep its shape. The golden part would do nicely in foam either, painted or covered in the golden fabric. Add a strap with a buckle and it's done. Last but not least, the legs. On me, I know pretty well that it would never stay up. So I would take skin-colored tights and attach the boot to it. Same elastic PU leather as the bodysuit, the boot would be made with a pair of nice pumps covered with a sock. You can see there is a seam in the front and in the back, which is really convenient for the making of the boot. At the top of the boot, there is a grey and black border in what seems to be the same fabric as the body. And just under it is a big chunky part with the anchor. I would use 5mm foam, create the right shape and cover it with the black fabric. Then glue all the 3D foam details and the cord and pompon in the front. If you look closely, there is a little triangle on the back with black braided cord like a lace-up. The arabesque would also be done with 2mm foam because it's flexible while looking like metal. Finish the whole thing with the last golden ornaments on the pump, paint the heel gold and add the little red pearl. Here are the designs of the way I imagined the body under the dress. Because the dress is up and back, I would have straps attaching behind the neck, having support but still being backless. And here, I'll try to explain the way I would make the hair brooch stay in place. Take your wig, put a round thermoplastic cap with a piece of PVC pipe sticking out. Attach the strand of hair that goes under everything. Put the brooch in place, you can put magnets so it would not slide off. And then the last part, the bun with the hair going up. And I'm done. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments what character you would see me analyze next. Take care, until next time. Tschüss!